The Cardinals were a joke last year, and there's really no other way to say it. They were 5th in the NL Central. I mean, brother, they failed on about every level that a team can fail. The lineup definitely was not perfect, but Lord almighty was the pitching just awful. All year long, they lacked a true rotation. I mean, you win baseball games by having good pitching. They did not have that at all in 2023. When your best starter has a 4.78 ERA, you know that you are doing about everything wrong. With so many holes, you would expect the Cardinals to be flat out aggressive on the pitching side of things. And so far, this offseason has been exactly that for the St. Louis Cardinals. I mean, we know right now that the pitching market is not only expensive, but it's also stacked. I mean, there are several ace-level pitchers, and there's also multiple back-end rotation guys. When you're in such desperation mode like the Cardinals of course are, you're going to bring in multiple pitchers. And over the last few days, the Cardinals have made 2 different big moves. The first move was of course signing starting pitcher Lynn. They need depth in the rotation, and Lynn is exactly that. He might be 36 years old, but of course they only gave him 1 year, $10 million. And I'll tell you right now, that is going to benefit the Cardinals in multiple different ways. First of all, they needed someone to eat innings and stay healthy. This is exactly what Lynn is going to be able to do for St. Louis. And yeah, he might have been pretty rough to start his year with the White Sox, of course pitching a 6.47 ERA, but after he was traded to the Dodgers, he pitched a 4.36 ERA. These numbers are not great. We know that it is not anything that's too transformational, but the Cardinals are adding depth, and this is big. The other signing that they made was Kyle Gibson. Gibson is not anything too fancy, and at best is just more depth through the rotation. He's another old pitcher, so he got a 1 year deal. You might look at these 2 moves and ask yourself, why do you think that the Cardinals are having such a good offseason? Well, what makes these moves so special? Well, first of all, depth was such a problem last year. Addressing these problems early definitely indicate that they want to win next year. If they were somehow able to pull off something like a Jordan Montgomery signing or even trading for Tyler Glasnow, I mean, these could be things that the Cardinals do, and this would bring them on track for a very bright offseason. And in fact, I see Tyler Glasnow as a very realistic option. The Rays want to trade him, and the Cardinals want to get better. He's definitely one of those guys that the Cardinals want, and I think it could be good for them. And you know, the thing is right now is that the Cardinals know that they could win in 2024. The Pirates have got to improve their pitching, and they've yet to do so. Lynn and Kyle Gibson are 2 guys that the Pirates were likely going after, and with the division rival, of course, and the Cardinals swooping them up, that will be big. It also helps that the Brewers are rebuilding, so you really don't have to worry about them. So this leaves the Cardinals in a spot where they could win next year, and they could even compete. Aggressiveness is clearly what the Cardinals' motto is right now, and they have to continue that going into the next few weeks. A Jordan Montgomery reunion could be very, very good for the team, or going with fresh blood with the Tyler Glasnow trade. The Cardinals are having a good offseason, but they have to continue doing what they're doing. Spend like the big market that you are. You have so many different options from Yamamoto to Montgomery to Glasnow. If the Cardinals do not make any of those things happen, I will deem this offseason as a failure. But right now they're doing everything that they can, and I will say they're doing everything the right way. And I understand, you know, you want to have young players and it sucks to be adding these veterans, but realistically, this could be one of those leap type years. It gets you through a year where you just needed them to pitch for 1 singular year. And you might even get a playoff berth out of it, and then 2025, you might pull out the big guns and your pitching improves drastically. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already, and peace out.